a system that has a front cam and a back cam, which I think is pretty important. So if you're ever involved in any kind of traffic accident, I think it's a good idea to have this. We're going to power it on, go through the instructions and get some footage from this. This is the rear cam, and everything is attached with 3M tape, as it gives you extra too. So if you put it in the car either wrong or you decide you want to change it, it gives you 2 more. Wiring is like this. It's basically showing you which way to go. You got the head unit, you're powering it up by the cigarette lighter, and then the review cam goes into the back. Everything looks like it's pretty clearly marked right here. It films you too. I didn't see that. So, okay, we have 2 cameras. This one is viewing through the windshield, this one is viewing you, and then this is the display. What's actually pretty cool is having the camera facing inside the car. It would be good for if you're doing Uber or something like that. That way you've got footage of the inside of the car as well as everything else. So we're going to get a memory stick here. It does overwrite itself every time it keeps taking new recordings. So depending on the size of the file, a larger memory stick would be better. Obviously, if there is any kind of accident, it has a system where it locks that file and it saves it. I'll show you in the instructions here in a minute. It goes under the switch right here, behind it right there. So be careful, don't pull it too much. There is a wire there. That is for this switch. I'm going to use my truck here just to temporarily mount it. We're not going to run all the wires. This is just for demonstration purposes. So they recommend you put it behind the mirror. So the screen wants to be facing towards you. This is the camera that faces you. The large camera faces out. Rear view mirror, so we can see the screen. I'm thinking somewhere. Mounted here, you can adjust this lens here, and then the lens that faces you gives you a little bit of adjustment. I think the rear camera here, we're going to mount high on the glass because some of the image will be blocked by the tailgate. Alright, so this is what our screen looks like. It's filming forward right here. Using this cam, it's showing our rear view cam, and then it's showing us right here in the top. All the information in here, take your time, read through this. This is how you set it up on your phone. It has GPS based too if you set that up. This is directly at the camera, and I think the quality is very good. Very wide angle, a lot of information. So the back camera is obviously blocked partially by my cab and the tailgate of my truck. I think if it was on an SUV or a car, the back would be better, but I can't get the camera any further away. It is such a wide angle lens. It shows all that information around. So this is the same road again at night, which is fairly well lit. And again, it records all the information down at the bottom right there. It's got the time, the GPS coordinates, your speed. Same on the back. As it films from the back, it puts that same information on the bottom, so you've got all that. It saves it over the video, so you can download all this. I'll show you at the end how all that works, but I'm very impressed with the quality, especially at night. Obviously the front camera is the higher resolution, but if you pause any of this, there's a lot of information in there and everything is clear. So this is a darker road. This is a side road that has a few street lights. They're small street lights. It actually looks better on the camera than it does just driving down this road. Only your lights shine on the road, you can see it. Back camera, again, part of it is blocked by my tailgate and the inside of my cab. So I think an SUV or a car would get better footage than this, but for a small rear view camera, it's not bad. So let me show you how you get all the information out of this thing. So once you go into the app, you've got to make sure you're on the Wi-Fi. It comes up as the name of the camera. Then you're going to go over to this section right here. It's going to show all your clips, whether you've set these up to be a 1 minute, 3 minute, or 5 minute. It stores them all here, and it's got the date and the time. So if something happened, even if it's just an event on the road, you can find it if you know the time and the date when it occurred. Now, you're going to go into settings here, the little settings icon at the top right. This is where you're going to change all the different functions and how you want to set it up. So it stops recording each time you do this. So right here, you can go through and look at this. This is the loop time right here, loop recording. It's set at 1 minute. You got 1, 3, and 5. Then over here in G sensor, you can tell it what you want it to store. And then over here, you go to the resolution. As you see, I've got it set for front and rear, but you can do front, cabin, and rear, any order that you want. And all the information is in here. You can put the GPS time, the speed, voice command. There's a bunch of extra things in here you can kind of go through, but that's all in the settings section. So you go back, this is your main screen, and it's going to show you the preview of what the camera is showing right now. And then here you've got the clips. And again, I've got mine set up for a minute, so there's a lot more clips, but it's easier to find. Then you've got the events tab right here. And then over on the right, you've got the photo if you want to take an individual photo. So this is the app where you can see the GPS coordinates and actually see your car moving on the map right here. It's gonna set this up in the time loop. So if this is a 3-minute clip, it will show you 3 minutes from that stop to the red dot where the end of that clip. And then if you go to the next clip, it starts with that red dot, takes you to the next stop. So you can set these 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, but it's very good data in case something happens. You can see exactly on the map where it happens, and of course in the camera view too. I don't often do reviews, but I'm impressed with this camera. Obviously, install is super easy. Plug it into your cigarette lighter and plug the rear view camera into the main camera. That's it. It couldn't be any easier. And the footage I'm definitely impressed with, not just in broad daylight, but in low light conditions too. Very good quality and easy to use, so I'll definitely give it a thumbs up. I'll put the information in the description if you want to buy one of these, and all the pricing will be on their site.